Okay, so at this point you can see that we have this timer that goes down. We have a score, so I'm just gonna hit a couple of these guys so my score goes up. Yay! All right. So I got a score of 3. Now I'm just gonna change the time real quick here. So I'm gonna go, we'll say 10 seconds, and then you'll see when those 10 seconds go up. Probably should have done less. It should at this point now do the score. So my score is 3, and then 5 seconds into that, it should go to the main screen. And I'm just waiting for it to do that, and couldn't be loaded because it's not. Oh, okay. So in order for that to work, you have to add it to the build settings. So I'm going to go to File, Build Settings, and we have main already in there, but we don't have the other one. So I'm going to save this real quick. I'm going to go to Assets, I'm going to go to Scenes, and I'm going to open Start. I'm going to do File, Build Settings, and I'm going to add Open Scenes. I'm just going to take this and put it on the top. Then we'll turn that down, and I'm going to go back and open up main again, and we'll hit play. So I'm just going to click on a couple of these guys here. Seems to be missing some of them sometimes. I'm not sure 100% why that's happening. So I'm just going to go ahead, go to my game control here. I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to do 5 seconds. So it should take, it's going to take these 5 seconds, and it says my score is 3. And then in 5 seconds, it should automatically go here, and then I can click Quick or Start, and if I start, opens the game up, okay, and it starts again. All right, good. So that's all working fine and dandy. Now, the other thing I wanted to do, besides that, was I wanted to basically have a tomato for a cursor. So I'm going to show you how to do a couple of things. If I go to Edit, and we're not going to do this, I just want to show you. If you go to Project Settings and then Player, you can see the default cursor here. You can put in a custom image. So, for instance, I got like a million things up here. Where did I put that? Clowns, artwork. Okay, so I have this tomato, and let's open this back up, and I'm just going to put this to the side, and we'll put tomato, and I'm just going to drop this into sprites. Good, there's my tomato. All right. What I can do is... let's see, Edit, Project Settings, Player. You can go ahead and you can assign this tomato to that. And what it'll do is that now becomes the cursor. So you see on screen, that's actually the cursor image, which is kind of neat. So if you want to just plainly only have one thing be the cursor, that's fine. I want to do something a little bit different than that. So I'm going to select and do none. The other thing I'm going to do is you can make the default icon. So what the icon of the game that you make is, I'm going to go ahead and actually make that to tomato. So when it makes my game and it makes the .exe, that's what it will do. Okay. So instead of doing it that way, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and go to my scripts, and I'm going to go to my player controller script, because that's the one that handles that business. And I'm going to add another object, variable, and it's going to be a tomato image, and it's going to be a game object. And basically, I am going to make the tomato image follow it. So I'm going to do it actually on the input up here. So I'm going to do kind of the same thing we did down here, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, no, it's going to be a little bit different. All right. So we're going to do variable current position is going to be equal to new vector 3, and it's going to be off of input dot mouse position dot x input dot mouse position dot y, and then it's the z, so it's x, y, and z. Now what I'm going to do for my z, and this is why I'm doing it slightly different than the other one, is I'm actually going to go ahead and put 1. That way it makes sure it's in front of everything, this image. If you don't do that, it might go behind. I don't know why, it just does. So then we're going to do variable, and we're going to do world position. And we're going to set that equal to the camera dot main, oops, I meant equals, camera dot main, oops, sorry, lowercase, main dot screen to world point, world point, and it's going to be current based off of current position of the mouse. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tomato image dot transform dot position, and I'm going to set it equal to the world position. Okay, so basically it's going to set it equal to where the mouse is. All right. Now I'm going to save that. Go in here. Hope there's no errors. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I need to create a 2D object, another sprite, and I'm going to go ahead and attach my tomato. All right. And let's go game. All right. I don't know what the size needs to be, so I'm just going to play, and I'm not getting it. Oh, so on the game controller, I need to attach, I should name this tomato, I don't care. On the game controller here, I need to attach my tomato to the tomato image. There it is. If I play, I have my tomato here, and basically, but you can see it is a little bit behind everything, so I'm going to also, on my tomato, I'm going to set this to, like, we'll say 5, just to make sure it's in front, the order and layer. So that fixes that. Good, now it's in front. All right. So now I have this tomato, but you can see I still have my cursor, which I'm not a big fan of. And the tomato can be scaled. I could scale it here, so I'll do, like, we'll say we need to be 0.25. I'm just going to make it smaller, 0.25. And Z doesn't matter because it's flat. All right. I'll go back in here. And what I'm going to do is, on the start, I'm going to turn my cursor off. So I'm going to go cursor dot visible, and I'm going to set it to false. So basically, I just turn off the cursor. All right, and I'm also going to make it that when I click, it turns the tomato off. So every time I hit, it's going to make the tomato go off. So I'm going to make a function called tomato off, and I'm going to call it every time it gets hit. So it's going to be called function tomato off. All right, and inside of that is it's going to play this. It's going to be tomato mg dot set active, and it's going to be false. It's going to turn it off, false, and then I'm going to yield wait 4 seconds, and we'll say 1 second, and then it'll be tomato img set active, and we'll set it back to true. So basically it's going to wait 1 second before it turns it back on again. And hope for no errors. I got an error, so it says 47. Ba-ba-da-ba-doom. Oh, I put a thing in there that shouldn't be there. Let's try that. Okay. And we'll hit play. And so now you see it went away, but it comes back in 1 second. Which actually makes it a little bit harder. So 1 second might be a little bit long. Sometimes it doesn't execute. I'm not sure 100% why that's happening. So you can see that we have the animations and what have you going, and that's it. So I will just save this. I can just go File, Build Settings, and I'll just go ahead and build it here. I'm going to go ahead and switch platforms, okay? And we will build and run. And I'm going to go underneath builds. I'm going to make a new folder. I'm just going to call it PC, because that's the current build. And I'm just going to name this competent clowns. Okay, so the idea is that we're hitting clowns, and that's why there's Hillary as well as Trump as well as other clowns. Save, and then it's going to build, and then once it's done building, it will allow me to play it. So I'm just gonna give it a second. I'll pause it while it does it. So here we go, and I'll hit play, and and we'll hit start, and there's the game, and I'm gonna hit these guys, and you can see I got my score. It's scoring. Got 54 seconds. I'm gonna pause this while I hit them. All right, so I got a score of 12 so far. And you can see the time, and then boom, it says what my score is. I got 12, so yay. And then I can go here and I can, and I can quit. And there you go. So that's the final of making that game. So follow those tutorials and you're good to go.